Happy birthday, Teal. Hope you're having a great day. I speak for the whole film crew when I say we have so much appreciation and gratitude to you and everyone on your team for welcoming us into your lives and into your family. I feel like we've learned so much along the way and just feel lucky to have met someone like you who's so brave and intuitive and willing to do the hard things to make the world a better place. So thank you for doing what you do and for being who you are. We love you.
Look, I'm not trying to make this the Teal Swan reaction channel, but the drama keeps flowing, and I actually feel like it's important drama. So Teal Swan last week came out with a video which showed just video clips of the documentary crew that filmed The Deep End. It showed them saying happy birthday to her. And it's all these clips of them being super, super validating of her and the work that she's doing. And Teal saying, look how deceitful these people were. How could this same crew produce the documentary that destroyed my career or really hurt my career? And I kind of agree with Teal. Like can't wrap in my mind. It's not true. I feel like I know exactly what happened. Let me explain. Was what they did deceitful? 100%. Did they play her? Did they manipulate her? 100%. And I think that's exactly what they were trying to do. I think it was my second video I ever put out on YouTube was about how to manipulate a narcissist. And I side note, I think Teal in many ways has some of the diagnostic criteria for a narcissist. In this video I put out, I said, look, if you want to manipulate a narcissist, you need to listen to that narcissist and figure out what it is that drives them, right? People that are narcissists are incredibly insecure. So if you can listen to them and figure out what drives them, what kind of hole needs to be filled, you have the opportunity to be pretty powerful in that relationship, which is exactly what happened here. This film crew listened to Teal. They heard her insecurity. They knew that she wanted to be powerful. They knew that she wanted to be insightful. They knew that she wanted to have special qualities, these extrasensory abilities. So they gave that to her. In these birthday videos, they're saying, you're so wonderful, you're doing great work, I'm so happy to have you in my life, you're so insightful. And sure enough, what she does is lets down her guard. Oh, I trust you, I want you in my life, come on in. They manipulated the narcissist to get what they wanted, which was access to Teal and her team. It's deceitful, it's unfair, it's selfish on their part, but I get why they would do it. The other side of the coin is that documentary crew may have seen what she was doing and thought, oh my God, it's really important that we tell this story to protect people so that she doesn't get more followers because she's actually doing damage. They may have thought they were serving the greater good.
Thank you for seeing each of us, for seeing us for who we are and helping us on our journeys as we attempt to share your journey with the world. It's a really special thing and it's rare. And I know we're all incredibly grateful to be a part of it.
If we take a step back, I also think there's two issues I have, or two things that I think are important. The first is, if you are a follower of Teal, you have to ask yourself, how was it that this woman that says she has all of these extrasensory abilities, that has such wonderful insight, such wonderful intuition, has the ability, I mean, you've seen the video clips of her pointing to people and saying, I know exactly what you're thinking and feeling. How was she manipulated by this entire film crew? Like, is it possible that maybe her intuition isn't as good as she says it is? Is it possible that she's maneuvering people a little bit with her confidence? And the piece of this that I'm most concerned about is the mental health of Teal Swan. Here you have someone who was victimized in a significant way as a child. She was abandoned by the people that cared about her most, or should have cared about her most, by the people that should have protected her. And she was taken advantage of by someone that was supposed to, that said he was doing good by her, that said he was helping her. And so I think in many ways, if you look at her career is a reaction to that, right? She's not going to be victimized again. I am not only going to rise from the ashes, but I'm going to protect all these other people. I'm going to give them strength. I'm going to help them take the power back. That's what she's trying to do. And then you have this film crew that comes in and finds her insecurity, right? She displays these narcissistic traits But every narcissist has vulnerability. That's what creates that, it's all about me mentality. That's what creates that sort of delusions of grandeur. It's a defense mechanism. And Jon Kasbe and this team figured out what her vulnerability was, and they attacked it. And she trusted them, and they hurt her. And so I can imagine on Teal's end, this is a major shock to the system. I promise you, it is devastating. I bet she wonders if she can ever trust anybody else again. Can she trust herself again? What's wrong with her? I'm certain that this turns inward for her in a way that is incredibly painful. It reminds me of when I used to be a therapist, or now when I do executive coaching work, and there's interpersonal conflicts or real unhealthy relationships at work or personally. A big part of my role has always been to help people figure out what's them, and also help people figure out what piece of it is not them, so that they can move into the next relationship and not worry about something happening again, right? Like that's the pattern. If you get abused in a relationship, you then think, well, everybody like that person is going to abuse me, and that can really distort your future relationships. So if I were coaching Teal, I'd be trying to help her figure out which piece of this is hers, but also which piece of this is just this documentary crew that she was just unlucky enough to work with, right? Because if she takes this into every relationship, she's not going to trust anybody ever again. And I think that sucks. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you feel compassion, empathy for Teal, or do you look at it and go, like, the work she's doing is dangerous and I don't really care how she experiences that documentary?